St. Francis Baseball here at Dooley Health and Care Field in Joliet, Illinois. I'm Jake DiLorenzo, and today we got a good one between the North Park Vikings taking on the St. Francis Fighting Saints. Both teams in a bit of a rut right now, looking to turn it around. North Park currently 4-12 on the season, while USF stands at 7-17. On the mound for the Fighting Saints, Jacob Jerka, the freshman out of Lincoln Way West. This year, Jerka carries a, if I could find it, Jerka carries a 13.2 ERA. He's currently 1-1 on the year. He's pitched 8 times. He's thrown in 15 innings, given up 22, striking out 14. Looking to hopefully turn his season around just like both of these teams. St. Francis Fighting Saints lineup is headlined by the center fielder Luke Ketchum, Gold Glove outfielder last year. He is a true 5-tool player. Look for him to make some impact as we get ready to start this one here in just a moment. Leading off for the North Park Vikings is Martinez in right field, looking to do some damage here. Carlos Martinez is hitting .228 on the season with a .397 on base, slugging .351. He's tied for second in home runs at only 1. So safe to say that this team is not that strong at the plate. However, the St. Francis Fighting Saints are not that strong to turn it around in this one today. Manager Brian Mahalik. Let's take a look at his fielding setup today. Gio Pappas in right field. Luke Ketchum is manning center field. Jake Vera in left. Alex Martinez at third. Brian Hidalgo at short. John McGuire at second. Nate Maliska at first. And doing the catching for the Fighting Saints is Jake Murda. Carlos Martinez steps in the box. First pitch of the day. Taken for strike number 1 from Jerka. Jerka has a great slider. Look for him to utilize that today to his full advantage, especially against a team that is not strong on the offensive end like North Park. Takes second pitch inside, 2 straight fastballs from Jerka. Martinez skies one in the air to right. Pappas brings it in, and there's one away here in the top of the first. That will bring up number 4, Reese Arakaki. Second baseman out of Honolulu, Hawaii. One of 2 players from Honolulu for the North Park Vikings. He's hitting .271 on the year with a .380 on base, slugging .271. Kaki skies one in the air to center. Ketchum underneath it. Drifts back a little bit, but he brings it in. Two-way here in the top of the first, and that will bring up undoubtedly the best player on this North Park team, Justin Swanson. Last year had a 26-game on-base streak. This year, nothing has really changed. Hitting .321 with a .500 on base, slugging .566. He's got 3 home runs and 12 RBIs on the year as ball 1 is taken. Strike 1 from Jerka, looking to complete a really quick first inning, which would be uncharacteristic of the Saints so far. Jerka misses just outside. Two and 1 to Swanson. Foul tip into the glove of Murda. It's quickly 2-2 now. Jerka looking to put Swanson away, which would be a huge batter that he sets down if he can do it. Swanson flies one in the air to right. Pappas coming in on it and makes the grab. Close to the foul line, and the Fighting Saints get out of the first unscathed. Coming up for the Fighting Saints in the next inning, Jake Vera leads it off, followed by Luke Ketchum and Eric Maffey. Stay tuned. Leading off for the Fighting Saints is going to be the left fielder, Jake Vera. He's taking on Sam Jackson. Jackson for the North Park Vikings this year carries a 3.55 ERA. He started one game. He's appeared in 5, throwing 12 and 2/3 innings. The first pitch to Vera here. Vera swings and misses. Foul tip into the catcher's glove. 0-1 quickly here. Jackson has struck out 5 this season as Vera takes ball 1 there. 1-1 to Vera, who is exactly what you'd want out of a 1-2 hitter. He gets on base. He can hit for a little bit of power, but he does play have an extremely has a very good glove out and left. 1-2 to Vera. Jackson kicks and delivers. Vera grounds it to first base. Back to Jackson over to make the play at first, and there's quickly 1 away for the Fighting Saints. And that will bring up Luke Ketchum, who is widely considered as a true 5-tool player for the Fighting Saints. Ketchum this season is hitting .403 with a .479 on base, slugging .774. He has 4 home runs and 14 RBIs. Like I mentioned back in the first inning, the Gold Glove winner last year in center field, so true 5-tool player here as he takes strike 1 there from Sam Jackson. 1-1 to Ketchum. Ketchum's someone that you don't want to miss pitches with. There's one thing that needs to be a necessity for Sam Jackson is he has to be able to hit his spots today to be really effective against the Saints team as he does right there. 1-2 to Luke Ketchum. One of the most dangerous hitters in the Saints lineup, down 1-2. Jackson kicks and delivers the 1-2. Fouled away by Ketchum. Ketchum grounds 1. First baseman takes it, flips it over to Jackson. Carbon copy play of the first out that was made, and now there's 2 away here in the bottom of the first. As now Sam Jackson has to deal with Eric Maffey. Outfielder / first baseman, the graduate student, quarterback of the football team. He is an elite hitter. Team leader in home runs, 8. He was a preseason All-American as well as the CCAC Player of the Year in 2022. All the accolades you can think of, this kid's got them. As Maffey takes ball 1 from Sam Jackson. To the Fighting Saints first baseman. Today, the DH. Maffey skies one into center. Center fielder misjudges it a little bit as it's hit a lot deeper than he thought. Backs up onto the track, and that'll end the bottom of the first here. Fighting Saints go down quietly. Score is 0-0 at the end of 1. Back with you here for second inning of baseball. face off against Jacob Jerka. Takes ball 1 there. Bartlett is an interesting player. A two-way player for North Park, has been his 4 years with the school. And there's ball 2 from Jerka. Bobby Bartlett this year hitting .205, on base of .300, and slugging .250. Like I said, two-way player. He's a left-handed pitcher. First baseman and an outfielder, as it is now 2-1 on Bartlett. This year, Bartlett carries a .356 ERA. He's 1-3. He's appeared in 5 games, struck out 24, and only walked 9. As he takes strike 2 there. Bartlett, one of the few successful two-way players that we've seen in college baseball so far, although it is a growing art that you're going to see continue to grow, likely because of the two-way sensation in the MLB, Shohei Ohtani, as Bobby Bartlett lines one into center. And just like that, North Park is on to start the second. That's going to bring up Nathan Sommerfield. Sommerfield is a sophomore catcher. Last year hit .294 with .356 on base and a .451 slugging as a freshman. This year, a little bit different results. He's hitting .220 on base of .347 and slugging .390. Got a chance to do some damage here against the Saints as he takes strike 1 from Jacob Jerka. Bartlett takes his lead off first. Bit of an aggressive lead for the first 2 pitches. Jerka kicks and delivers. Missed inside, ball. Jerka would like a ground ball here. Ball misses high, and Murda nearly throws it away on the throwback to Jerka. Jerka finally throws over to first. Bartlett was getting a pretty big lead over there. You got to keep him close. Make sure that he doesn't get any extra room in case the ball's hit into the gap. And he takes strike 1 there, 2-1 to Sommerfield, who does have a home run on the year. Pretty good fielder too, .926 fielding percentage. He only has 2 errors on the season. Ball low, bounced in the dirt. Count now goes to full. Big pitch here. For one of the many freshmen in the St. Francis pitching rotation and bullpen, as Sommerfield rips one down the third base line. Does fall foul. And we'll do the 3-2 all over again. And he hits Sommerfield. Not the result you want, especially on 3-2. And so that one caught Sommerfield pretty good as he started to run to first. Stopped for a second. And now he's there. That will bring up Rylan Kawakami, who's playing third base for the Vikings today. Reese Arakaki was one of the 2 Hawaiian players from this Vikings team. Kawakami's the other. Although they're both from Honolulu, did go to different high schools. Kawakami attending Kaiser High School, and Arakaki attending, I believe it was Laboratory High School. Shows bunt there, Kawakami does. Pulls it back, and it's 1-0. First baseman Maliska playing in, expecting bunt. McGuire's got a lot of ground to cover if that's the case. Jerka throws back to second. Hidalgo slaps the tag on Bartlett. Not in time. Tries to play a little hidden ball trick there. Doesn't work with Bartlett. Maliska still playing up. McGuire has gotten a little bit over to his right, but not a lot. Big gap between third and short. Third baseman also playing on the grass. That is Alex Martinez. As the bunt does get laid down. A perfect bunt. Martinez fields it. Cannot make a play on the ball. Bases are loaded here for the Vikings. A little bit of a miscommunication there between Alex Martinez and Jacob Jerka. It's not what you want there in that situation, as the bases are now loaded with nobody out. Nobody out for the catcher, number 22, Garrett Bragg, hitting 172 on the season. Hasn't really caught on yet, much like the rest of the players on this field. And he rips one to third. Martinez fires home. One out is made there. Murda could not make the throw to first. Nobody scores, at least. So the Fighting Saints are now a double play away from getting out of this jam with no runs given up, which would be huge for this pitching staff. That'll bring up Graham Porter here, who takes the first pitch. Ball one. Jerka's got to calm down, especially in this situation. Saw it on Sunday night when the United States played Cuba in the World Baseball Classic. Adam Wainwright was able to get out of the bases loaded jam because he stayed calm. And granted, the experience did take play in that, him being in the situation before, but staying calm is definitely the starting point for getting out of situations like this. Jerka did throw over there. Could not get him at third. Graham Porter looking at the 1-0 from Jerka here, seeing if he could do anything with it. Takes a big hack, but it rolls foul, nearly rolls back into fair territory, but Alex Martinez picks it up in foul ground. His count moves to 1-1. Back when the Saints had no outs here in this inning, you were almost thinking, all right, we'll trade runs for outs here. But now, if they can turn a double play, runs for outs, it doesn't have to happen. You can roll a double play here if you need to. Pops one up to Hidalgo at short. Huge out number 2 there. As Jerka is only 1 out away from working out of this jam. That could have resulted in a lot of runs scored for the Vikings. Alex DeVito, the sophomore outfielder, skies one into center. Luke Ketchum brings it in, and just like that, the Fighting Saints go from bases loaded, no outs, to no runs given up there in the top of the second. Great defensive inning there by the Fighting Saints. Great pitching from Jacob Jerka. The Fighting Saints come out unscathed. Coming up for the Fighting Saints, we have Nate Maliska, Brian Hidalgo, and John McGuire after the break. Back here as the Fighting Saints look to put something on the scoreboard here with Nate Maliska leading off the bottom of the second, taking on Sam Jackson. And Maliska has truly been everything that he's been asked of for manager Brian Mahalik here. Maliska this year, he's a freshman, by the way. He's a plus fielder, and he's playing really, really well as he takes ball one there from Jackson. Maliska's hitting .341 on the year. He's played in 14 games, started 12 of them. .364 slugging with a .400 on base. As he takes ball two there. Maliska with the traditional no batting gloves, even in this cold, cold weather. Strike one taken there from Maliska. 2-1 now to the freshman. Like I said, he's doing everything that's been asked of him. He's able to pull the ball. He's able to push the ball. I mean, whatever Mahalik wants him to do, he's been able to do it, and he's got this count to 3-1 now. Great hitter spot. You got to think of this fastball here. He gets the green light. Pitch from Jackson. And Maliska walks. What could be a big inning for the Saints? Led off with a Nate Maliska walk, and that will bring up shortstop Brian Hidalgo. Brian Hidalgo this season has truly been magnificent, hitting .370 with a home run, 16 RBIs, .574 slugging, and a .470 on base. That is well above 1,000 OPS. As he pops one foul right side, right fielder and first baseman coming on, cannot make a play on it. As Hidalgo falls to 0-1. Lightning quick hands for Hidalgo. He moves his hands in the same pattern as Gary Sheffield. And he's able to get his hands on the ball relatively quickly. No matter what pitcher's on the mound, no matter the velocity that's coming at him. Jackson misses away. 1-1 now. Shortstop from the Dominican Republic originally. Transferred or attended school at Allen Community College. Now he's ended up here at St. Francis. As he fouls another pitch away. A little bit behind on the breaking ball. 1-2 to Hidalgo. Jackson kicks and delivers. In the dirt. 2-2 now to Hidalgo. And going back to Brian Hidalgo, yes, he's good at the plate, but he is a wizard in the field as well. The glove is unlike something that we've ever seen at the school at St. Francis, especially from an infielder. Has an explosive arm. As he takes strike three there from Sam Jackson. Huge threat neutralized for North Park. As now he takes on John McGuire, the second baseman, junior second baseman from Lincoln Way Central. McGuire also a two-way player for the Fighting Saints. As he takes ball one low. McGuire this season hitting .250. He's got one home run, 12 RBIs, hitting slugging .328 with an on base of .368. He's stolen 3 bases as he hits this one to short. Played a second, but no play at first. Great diving stop there. By, I believe it was Reese Arakaki. Yes, it was. Great diving stop, and that was a note that I had here as well. He's got a .929 fielding percentage this year. Kid plays a great second base / shortstop, whatever you need him to play. And you saw the glove flashed right there as now Alex Martinez comes up. Martinez at .225 on the year. He's appeared in 15 games. He started 8 as he takes ball one from Sam Jackson there. Martinez swings and misses at I believe it was a changeup in the dirt. Swung right over the top of it. And it's 1-1 now to Martinez. Transfer from Moraine Valley. utility slash depth piece for the Fighting Saints as McGuire thought about taking second. Couldn't pull the trigger. And we'll do the 2-1 pitch with a man on first here. A little bit of a lazy throw over to McGuire at first. Two and one pitch to Martinez on the way. Martinez takes a little jump at, or not Martinez, sorry, McGuire takes a jump like he's about to take second base again, but cannot pull the trigger. Forces another throw over, so we'll do this 2-1 pitch again. Jackson kicks and delivers, and looked like a strike from up here, but it'll be ball three, excuse me, to Martinez. Martinez able to play any or any infield spot other than first base. Today Mahalik stuck him at third. Hector Carrillo not in the lineup today. A lot of guys that don't normally make starts for the Saints in today, or a couple of guys I should say, Alex Martinez being one of them, with Gio Pappas on deck being another. Good power threat in the on-deck circle there as Martinez does swing and miss. Jackson gets out of that after walking the leadoff man, leaving one runner on base. Great outing from Jackson there, as now the Fighting Saints got to go out and they got to face the top of the lineup for North Park. Stay tuned. Fighting Saints going with a new arm out of the bullpen. It's the freshman Cody Knoll from Plainfield Central. Knoll this year carries a 10.97 ERA. He's appeared in 6 games, struck out 3, he's walked 9. Another young part of the St. Francis rotation slash bullpen, as I'm sure Mahalik would like Knoll to eat up some innings here. He's got to deal with the top of the lineup for the North Park Vikings. First pitch single into center. Not the ideal start for Knoll there, as the leadoff runner is on to start the inning. That will bring up Reese Arakaki, who flew out to center in his first plate appearance. Hit and run on there. Doesn't work out in the favor. McGuire steps on second, throws over to first, and it's a double play. So the leadoff runner proves to not be a factor as a double play is turned there. Reese Arakaki hit the ball pretty well up the middle, but just the way that McGuire was positioned allowed him to make a really easy play. Step on first, simple enough, and then I'll bring up Justin Swanson. Nold looks to get out of this inning rather quickly as he throws strike one to Swanson. Swanson flew out to right in his first appearance. Nold kicks and delivers. That ball is hit pretty well out to center. Ketchum calls Vera off. Gets underneath it and brings it in. Very quick top of the third inning, and the Fighting Saints look to do work when we head to the bottom of the third. Leadoff batter this inning will be Gio Pappas, right fielder for the Fighting Saints. Like I said, more of a utility player for manager Brian Mahalik, but today he's getting the start. First pitch to Pappas, swing and a miss. Jackson blows that one by him. Pappas quickly down, 0-1. Nearly hits him on that pitch, but just misses inside. 1-1 to Pappas, who this year is hitting .261. He's got 1 home run, 5 RBIs, slugging .435, on base percentage of .346 as he takes strike 2 there. He's been hit, oh, that's not him. He has actually not been hit. I was going to say he's been hit 6 times, but I read the wrong name. He has not been hit once this year. Although he does crowd the plate, and he swings there. Check swing. Wasn't sure if he wanted to, but in the end he did. And there's quickly one away for Sam Jackson. Going to bring up Jake Murda, the catcher today. Jake Lasota normally is behind the plate, but today it's Jake Murda, who has played 4 games this year, started in all 4 that he's played. First pitch to Murda. Ball inside. Murda's hitting 100 on the year. Slugging 143 with an on-base of 125. Hasn't gotten as many opportunities, with Lasota being, one of the team leaders, one of the elders on the team, but looking to make an impact here as it's quickly 1-1. Freshman from St. Lawrence High School. Seems that the Fighting Saints have actually had a pretty big connection with St. Lawrence. Nate Maliska, the first baseman, also a freshman from St. Lawrence, as well as Max Montgomery, who was one of the role players for a while. Hasn't been in the lineup as of late, but Jake Murda is the third. As the count is now even to 2-2. Murda will likely anchor the catching duties for the future. But there he grounds one to short. Arakaki makes a nice play on the ball. And there's 2 away here in the bottom of the third inning. Another great play by Reese Arakaki. On the run, cross-body throw, doesn't matter for him. And now it's Jake Vera, the left fielder. Vera this season hitting .288 with a home run, 10 RBIs, slugging .425 with a .391 on base as he takes ball one there. Vera in his first at-bat. Grounded out to first. Jackson kicks and delivers a hard fastball there. 1-1 to Vera. Vera skies one in the air to left. Left fielder running back on it. And he makes the catch. Bottom of the third. Proves to be an easy task for Sam Jackson, who is cruising so far for the Vikings. Score is still 0-0 after 3. After a quick first inning of work, Cody Knoll was right back out there on the mound after a St. Francis inning that went a lot quicker than expected. He's going to have to pitch first to Bobby Bartlett, who singled to center, my apologies, in his first at-bat, with Nate Sommerfield on deck, who got hit in his first at-bat. This is the part of the lineup that has done damage so far to the Saints, although it just has been base hits. No kicks and delivers. First pitch to Bartlett is taken for strike one. Would not be surprised if, because of how fast his first inning of work went, if he can get out of this inning relatively quickly. I'm not saying as quickly, but relatively quickly. I wouldn't be surprised if Mahalik asked him to go a third. As it is 0-2 to Bobby Bartlett here. No kicks and delivers. Bartlett takes strike three on the inside corner. Quickly one away for the Saints. Great pitch by Cody Knoll there. Froze him with the fastball. Couldn't do anything with it. And there's one away, bringing up Nathan Sommerfield. Sommerfield, like I said, did get hit earlier. With Rylan Kawakami in the on-deck circle. No kicks and delivers. First pitch, grounded up the middle. Hidalgo fields it nicely, makes the throw, not in time. Sommerfield beats it out. I mentioned the fielding of Hidalgo earlier today, but I forgot to mention that sometime he does have some issues getting the ball out quick, and that was one of those right there. One runner on here after a really, really quick first batter. Rylan Kawakami steps in. First pitch to Kawakami. Runner takes off. Murta fires to second. McGuire slaps the tag on him. And he slid off the bag. McGuire slapped the tag again, and he got him. 2 outs for the Fighting Saints. He had the bag stolen, but he, I think, misjudged his slide. On turf, you go a lot further than you anticipate. And just like that, Saints have 2 outs here. Cody Knoll working really quickly through this inning as well. Kawakami still up, grounds one to second. McGuire makes a nice play on the ball, fires to first, and there's 3 outs here in the top of the 4th inning. Cody Knoll working extremely quick, making some great pitches and making some hitters look silly. Saints look to do some damage here in the bottom of the 4th inning when we come back. And if you need a spark plug to start off an inning, Luke Ketchum's the guy to do it. As he steps in to face Sam Jackson for the 2nd time, 0 for 1 on the day, on this very young game, as I say what's up to Gabe. First pitch to Luke Ketchum. Takes a ball outside. Like I mentioned earlier, true 5-tool player. He's got the power. He can hit the ball extremely well no matter where it is in the strike zone. Great fielder. He's got speed. Everything that you could ask for in a center fielder. As he skies one mile high into right. Right fielder coming on. And he makes the catch going over the mound in the bullpen. 1 away here for the Fighting Saints. Bringing up Eric Maffey. Maffey is last at bat. He did, I believe he flew out. 0 for 1 on the day regardless. With Nate Maliska on deck. And although Maliska's a freshman, he does know how to put the ball in play, and he knows how to find gaps. Maliska is extremely talented when it comes to hitting the ball to the right side between first and second. As 1-0 to Maffey here. Takes a ball low. Maffey in a true hitter's count now, 2-0. Expects something in the zone, and I would assume a fastball in the zone. Jackson struck out 3 today, though. Maffey grounds one hard to third. Manager Brian Mahalik makes a nice play in the coach's box there. Or a bit beyond the coach's box, I should say. Two and one pitch to the best hitter on the team. And it's a ball low, 3-1. Takes ball 3 there. So that was ball 3. Miscommunication between myself and the scoreboard. 3-1 to Maffey. Maffey grounds it to short. Reese Arakaki is going to be a tough play if he makes it. And he does. What a play by the sophomore shortstop, who has been showing off the glove every time a ball is hit to him. shades of Francisco Lindor over there at shortstop. What a play by Arakaki, who just seems to one-up, the play that he made before. Now it's Nate Meliska up, take on Sam Jackson for the second time today. He walked the first time back in the second inning. Meliska lines one right into center field, just above Jackson's head, and he is on base for the second time today. This kid is going to be something special for the Fighting Saints in the future, although he already is. And that'll bring up Brian Hidalgo, who is one of the most electric hitters on the team. Did strike out in his first at-bat, but do not miss a fastball over the plate to this kid. He will send that ball beyond the fence. Jackson's got to deal with Meliska now at first. First pitch to Hidalgo, and Hidalgo grounds one to third. Rylan Kawakami has some issues with it at third, and now there's runners on first and second. Kawakami had it in his glove, but just couldn't field it cleanly. And now John McGuire's going to get a chance to hit with 2 outs here and a runner in scoring position. Huge at-bat for McGuire here. If he can get something done for Cody Knoll on the mound, that would be huge for the freshman's confidence. McGuire shoots one foul behind us. Went one section to the right of me up here in the box. And it's 0-1. McGuire fouls one back again. 0-2, and he's in a really tough spot here, especially with a runner in scoring position. You want to try and bring that runner in, especially in a tie like today. Bottom of the fourth inning. The 0-2 from Jackson to McGuire. Misses outside, 1-2. Fun fact about John McGuire, he played the national anthem on a guitar in the first game of this Fighting Saints season. At least in first home game of the Fighting Saints season. Great performance by McGuire there. As the 1-2 from Jackson as he kicks and delivers. McGuire takes the ball in the dirt. Meliska takes off to third. And Hidalgo's caught between first and second. They fire to second. Meliska comes home. And he's not going to make it. They had the first and third play on perfectly. But Meliska could not beat the throw to home. And the Fighting Saints squander a scoring opportunity there. Still 0-0 here at Dooley Health and Care Field, as it will now be Cody Knoll taking back to the mound again for his third inning of work, looking to shut the Vikings down just as he did in the third inning. Leading off for the Vikings, number 22, Garrett Bragg looking to start this inning off and do something with a runner on base, unlike they could in the first couple innings against Cody Knoll, as Bragg takes strike one. My apologies. Grounds one right back to Knoll. Can't make the play. McGuire with a nice play to his right. Great throw over to Maliska at first, and there's one away here in the top of the fifth inning. This game is cruising along so far. Shades of a Mark Burley start for the Chicago White Sox. There were some scoring opportunities for the Fighting Saints and the Vikings. They just couldn't get anything done, especially in that first inning with bases loaded. Jacob Jerka did work his way out of it, though. And as a result, the score remains 0-0. As now it is Graham Porter, as he takes strike one there. 1-1 to Porter. 0 for 1 on the day. He's the designated hitter with sophomore Alex DeVito waiting in the on-deck circle. As he skies one in the air, Maliska calls everyone else off, makes the play. And there are two away here. With how fast Cody Knoll is moving, I know I said it last inning, but I would not be surprised if they ask him to go out and work a fourth inning. Now he's got sophomore Alex DeVito, who's having a rough year at the plate so far. Hitting 133 with a 200 on base, slugging 178. But he did end last year with a 16-game on base streak. Second highest on the team last year. As he takes ball one, shows bunt, doesn't go through with it. Also 0 for 1 on the day today. With Carlos Martinez in the on-deck circle. Strike one there. 1-1 to DeVito. Knoll gets the sign, kicks, and delivers. Takes strike two. Knoll's been able to do that all day. Painting that outside corner with the fastball. Nobody seems to be able to do anything with it from North Park. They all just stare at it. Watch it be called a strike as Knoll kicks and delivers the 1-2. Fouled back towards me right up here. And we'll do the 1-2 again. 2 outs here in the top of the fifth inning. Cody Knoll working extremely well. Efficient would be an understatement. The 1-2 from Knoll. Close but misses, ball 2. DeVito fouls that one away and behind him. And we'll do the 2-2 again. Good at bat here from Alex DeVito. Wouldn't be surprised to see a changeup here in the dirt. Try to get him to swing over the top. Instead of fastball, Vera running on to left. He's not going to be able to make the play as it does land in foul territory. The great at-bat continues from DeVito. Still 2-2. Knoll's made some nice pitches here. DeVito's fouled off some pretty good pitches as well. And here's the 2-2 from Knoll. And he hits DeVito. Vikings now have a runner on with 2 outs with the top of their order coming up. Carlos Martinez is going to get a crack here at Cody Knoll with a runner on first. With Reese Arakaki in the on-deck circle. Knoll throws over to first. No result. as DeVito gets back on time. First pitch to Martinez, misses high. Murta looks like he's gonna throw over. Doesn't pull the trigger. Just trying to keep him honest over there at first. Can't let him get too big of a lead. Martinez grounds one, and it's a base hit through the hole between short and third. And just like that, the Vikings are threatening. Runners on first and second with one runner in scoring position, bringing up Reese Arakaki, who's had a great game in the field today. 0 for 2 at the plate. Cody Knoll just needs to be able to calm down here, make good pitches, and get out of this jam. First pitch to Arakaki. Taken for a ball. Third base coach for the Vikings gives out the sign. No comes set, the 1-0. And he throws back to second, nearly throws it into center field. Close play there. McGuire had to reach a little bit farther out to his left than he would have liked. Arakaki kind of takes a half swing there. Knoll, easy play to first. And Cody Knoll works his way out of a jam. Runner in scoring position. It doesn't matter for him, as the Saints now have given the Vikings 5 scoreless innings. Great pitching from the Saints today, which is something that we weren't really expecting today. But now the Saints get a chance to break this one wide open here when we return at the bottom of the 5th. Second baseman John McGuire set to lead it off here against Sam Jackson, who is having a really good day. Both the pitchers on this staff, or all three of the pitchers, I should say, have had great days today as McGuire takes strike one. Jackson has only allowed one hit today as McGuire pops one to first base. Underneath it was Bartlett. And just like that, there's one away here. Both teams having some trouble figuring out what to do on the offensive side of the ball or generating any offense whatsoever. As now Alex Martinez is up with Gio Pappas looming in the on-deck circle. Martinez takes strike one there from Jackson. Jackson, much like Cody Knoll, has been extremely efficient in this one, which is why it's moving as fast as it is. It's only 4 o'clock, and we've already played 5 innings of baseball here. As Martinez fouls that one off. 0-2 to Alex Martinez. Jackson looking to set him down for the second time today. Martinez grounds one towards third. Foul ball. Coach Mahalik can't make a play on that one. The 0-2 to Martinez. Takes outside, ball 2. Even count. Martinez fouls that one off to the right side. Jackson kicks and delivers. Martinez fouls another one off. He's staying alive by any means necessary. Jackson kicks and delivers. Takes ball 2. Martinez fouls the 2-2 off, and he's having a great at-bat here right now. Great at-bat, fouling off some pretty good pitches by Jackson, who has thrown a lot of those today. Jackson kicks and delivers on the 2-2. Takes in the dirt, full count now. Alex Martinez has worked his way from 0-2 to full. If he can draw a walk here or base hit anything would be a win for this at-bat. Grounds one to short. Arakaki fields it cleanly. Fires over to first. And there's 2 away here for Gio Pappas. Pappas this year does have a home run. Incredible work ethic in the weight room as well. Kid lifts a lot of weight, and it shows out here on the baseball field. 0 for 1 on the day. As he fouls one back. 0-1. He's got that pop. All it takes is one swing. One pitch that he likes. This game will be untied. Jackson delivers the 0-1. Ball in the dirt. There is one arm up and throwing in the St. Francis bullpen. Likely will be the end of Cody Knoll's day. There's Gio Pappas. Takes ball 2. 2-1. If it is the end of Knoll's day, Knoll threw 4 great innings, scoreless innings, I might add. And there's a ball hit to Rylan Kawakami, who makes a clean play, throws over to first. And another very quick inning for Sam Jackson and the North Park Vikings as the Fighting Saints look to come out and put up another 0 on the scoreboard when we come back. After 3 great innings by Cody Knoll, Eric Maffey is the one to relieve him here in the top of the 6th inning. As the Vikings look to put some kind of offense on the scoreboard. They did threaten last inning, could not do anything with the 2-out runner on second base. Looking to be a different story here as Swanson leads off. Like I mentioned a few times before, undoubtedly the best hitter on the team, leading the team in almost every offensive category. And what I mean by that is average, home runs, slugging, on base, hits, RBIs, stolen bases, you name it, Justin Swanson leads the category for the North Park Vikings. As it's 1-1 here from Maffey. Maffey kicks and delivers. 2-1. Maffey has appeared in one game this season. He threw a third of an inning, walked 2 batters, but did get the win. 1-2 to Swanson. Swanson rips that one into the gap between left and center. Vera covered some pretty good ground out there to make sure that it wasn't 2. Gets it in quickly, and Justin Swanson has a base hit here to lead off the top of the 6th. Bobby Bartlett up 1 for 2 on the day with a single that he hit in the center last time he was up. That was off of Cody Knoll. He'll have to do it again off of Eric Maffey. Swanson leads off first, and like I mentioned, he does know how to steal bases, as Meliska might have some tough time getting there. And Bobby Bartlett with an infield base hit it off the knob of his bat, or the top of his bat, and beat out Meliska to first, as now runners are on first and second with nobody out. Another scoring opportunity for the North Park Vikings as Nathan Sommerfield steps up. 1 for 1 on the day. The Vikings left fielder looking to bust this game wide open as he fouls one back behind me, which is tough to do because I'm pretty high up here. At Dooley Health and Care Field, we have a 0-0 tie here in the top of the 6th inning between the St. Francis Fighting Saints and the North Park Vikings. As Sommerfeld swings and misses. He's down 0-2 to Eric Maffey, who needed this after allowing the first 2 runners to reach base. It's not about how you start, though. It's about how you finish the inning. We're hoping that Maffey can finish this inning strong, as there's another tough infield base hit as Sommerfeld beats it out. And the bases are now loaded for Rylan Kawakami, as the Vikings are really threatening now. Bases loaded, nobody out. We saw this in the first inning, however. Jacob Jerka was able to work out of it. We'll see if Eric Maffey can do the same. Kawakami 1 for 2 on the day. If he can get a base hit here, even walk, it would prove huge for this Vikings team. And he gets hit. Eric Maffey with the bases loaded hits Rylan Kawakami with a high and tight fastball. And just like that, the Vikings have taken a 1-0 lead here on the Fighting Saints in the top of the 6th inning. Justin Swanson, who also leads the team in runs, was the first run of the ball game. Vikings take a 1-0 lead as they look for their 5th win of the season. Strike 1 taken by Garrett Bragg. Maffey needed that after the walk. And I'm sure that didn't feel good for Kawakami. Maffey does throw the ball really, really hard. And he nearly hits Bragg there. The 1-1 from Maffey to Bragg with bases loaded here. Vikings have already scored a run this inning. And he's going to hit the ball to Hidalgo. Hidalgo flips to McGuire. McGuire tries to get to first in time. Can't get it done, so instead of 2 outs, only 1 there. as their runners on first and third now, and the Vikings take a 2-0 lead. Hidalgo once again had some trouble getting it out of the glove, and that's what proved those valuable seconds. Proved to be the difference between 1 and 2 outs there. We got a pinch hitter now, Jim Zay. He's hitting .273 on the year with a .364 slugging and .333 on base. He's appeared in 4 games. Started 3 of them. Looking to give his manager, Luke Johnson, a reason to put him in more if he can drive in this runner from third here. Oh, 0-1 to Zay. Kicks and delivers. Misses high, 2-0. Maffey having some control issues so far as there is an arm warming up in the St. Francis bullpen. Maffey misses high again, this time a little closer to Zay than he would have liked. Two and 1 on Zay. Maffey kicks and delivers. Zay swings and misses at a fastball. 2-2 to Jim Zay here. As Maffey looks to get out of this jam that has already given the Vikings 2 runs. Zay grounds one. Hidalgo cannot get it. A little bit past his outstretched glove, and just like that, Jim Zay has driven in the 3rd run of the game for the Vikings as they take a 3-0 lead here in the top of the 6th. Only 1 out in the inning, too. Unable to work out of the bases loaded jam, gives up 2, and then Jim Zay singles there. This game has quickly gone from a really good pitching matchup to North Park really taking control. And now it's Alex DeVito. As he misses inside. 1-0 on DeVito. That's been Maffey's problem so far here today in this inning. Inability to get ahead of hitters. You like to be pitching from a comfortable pitcher's count rather than being behind a batter. There's a foul ball strike right there. The 1-1 from Maffey kicks and delivers to DeVito. Pitch misses. I'm not sure where that missed. Maffey doesn't agree with it. Frankly, I don't either. It's 2-1 on Alex DeVito. Runners go. Murta throws down to third. Great throw. That runner is thrown out attempting to steal third. Great jump, or great pop time from Jake Murta there. Throws it down to Martinez as they get the runner attempting to take third. Runner is still in scoring position, however, at second base, Jim Zay, as the 2-2 from Maffey to DeVito. Misses inside. Full count. You would like to stop the bleeding here. 3-2 from Maffey to DeVito. Strike 3, got him looking. Eric Maffey sets down Alex DeVito to stop the bleeding there in the top of the 6th. The Vikings score 3 as the Saints look to bounce back in the bottom of the 6th. Jake Murda set to lead it off here in the bottom of the 6th. He had a great throw over to third to stop a runner from trying to swipe a bag on Eric Maffey. And he'll lead off the bottom of the 6th here against Sam Jackson, who has not proven to be an easy task to overcome for the Fighting Saints today. He's thrown 5 innings so far. He's given up 1 hit. Struck out 3 and he's walked 1 as Verda kind of stabs at that one. Quickly 0-2 to the freshman catcher. Swing and a miss from Murda. Just like that, there's quickly 1 away. Jackson continues to mow down these St. Francis hitters with no resistance whatsoever. That'll bring up Jake Vera, the left fielder. He's 0 for 2 on the day. Looking to change that here. You got to get some kind of spark for this offense started here. Vera shoots one over Reese Arakaki's head, and that one's going to get down. Second base hit of the day for the Fighting Saints. Jake Vera gets on, and that's someone you want to have on base. Jake Vera does have the most stolen bases on the team. Second most stolen bases, my apologies, behind Eric Maffey. He's got 5 on the year, so this is a good guy to have on base, especially with Luke Ketchum up at the plate right now. He is 0 for 2 on the day, however, looking to change that here and move Vera to second or maybe even further. First pitch misses low. Ketchum, the former Delta State baseball player, Division II school down in Mississippi, as Jackson throws over to Vera. Baseball is no joke in the South. Ketchum brought it here. His time is called by the umpire. His manager, Luke Johnson, grabs a foul ball. The 1-0 pitch from Sam Jackson. Vera runs. Ketchum skies one in the air to center. Mile high. And when it comes down, it will be caught by Alex DeVito. And Vera will have to retreat back to first. Stolen base was attempted there by Vera, but nothing was able to be made of it. And he got a pretty good jump, too. That's the sad thing. He got a pretty good jump. Just wasn't able to do anything with it. I was talking about Luke Ketchum being a good man for this spot. Eric Maffey is going to be no fun for Jackson either in this spot, as he takes the first pitch for a ball. 1-0. Maffey is 0 for 2 on the day. Did send a ball pretty deep out to right center in the first inning. Was caught when it did come down. Maffey grounds one to third. Rylan Yawakami fires over to first, and just like that, base runner did not matter for North Park, as Sam Jackson continues to mow down these St. Francis hitters and looks to add to its lead when we come back in the bottom of the 7th, or top of the 7th, my apologies. New pitcher for the Fighting Saints. It's going to be Jacob Blim. This season has not been very kind to him. He's carrying a 14.4 ERA in 6 appearances. He started 4 games. He's 0-4. 6 strikeouts to 8 walks. He's given up 16 in just about 10 innings pitched. Looking to change that today as he throws ball 1 to Carlos Martinez, the leadoff man for the North Park Vikings, who is 2 for 3 on the day. He's done a lot of damage to the Saints. Blim fires strike 1 in there. Jacob Blim is a Rise-sponsored athlete. Rise is a supplement company that makes protein powder, pre-workout, anything you can want for the gym. Rise has got it, and Jacob Blim sponsored by him, so good for him. 2-1 to Martinez right now. Martinez came into this year hitting .228 as a leadoff hitter. That's not ideal, but today, I mean, he's played an outstanding game today. As strike 2 is taken there, high and outside corner of the strike zone. Martinez pops that one up towards second. McGuire underneath it, and he makes the play. 1 away here for Jacob Blim as he faces Reese Arakaki. Arakaki today at the plate 0 for 3, but has made some elite plays at shortstop. Arakaki as well. He came into this game hitting .271 on the season, which is actually pretty good for a number 2 hitter. And if you can pair that kind of hitting with the defense that he has, I mean, you're looking at a really, really talented player for the future, especially, the fact that he's only a sophomore. I'm sure he's going to do great things for the Vikings in the future. As he grounds 1 to second, McGuire goes to his left and throws out Arakaki at a close play at first. As there's quickly 2 away here, Blim working through this Viking lineup relatively quickly. As that'll bring up Justin Swanson. 1 for 3 on the day. And for a second baseman, this kid is really big. You would think someone of Arakaki's stature would man second base, but nope, Justin Swanson's there today and has been for most of the season. As he takes ball 1 from Blim there. Swanson grounds 1 to short. Hidalgo makes a routine play, and just like that, the Fighting Saints have cruised through the North Park Vikings top of their lineup. So when we come back, we'll see if the Fighting Saints can provide some offense for their pitchers who have done a really, really good job today. Nate Maliska is the man to try and get this rally started as he comes up to the plate with Sally Up, Sally Down, which is Bryce Harper's walk-up song in the playoffs this year. I believe it was the NLCS, or it was the CS, where they played, or the DS, where they played the Padres. He hit that home run to left center. Sent Citizens Bank Park into a frenzy as the count is 1-1 here. Jackson steps off there. Didn't like the pitch that was called. Jackson, 80 pitches today through 6 innings. Efficiency, like I said, is an understatement as Meliska takes strike 2. He's been beating the strike zone outside, which is something that the Saints have really not been able to do anything with. As Meliska flies one in the air to center field. Underneath it is DeVito. Throw back in. It's a little wild, but nonetheless, there is one out. Brian Hidalgo now up. Hidalgo's 0 for 2 on the day with a strikeout. See a lot of zeros in the St. Francis hit column. It's just been a really, really tough day trying to work around starting pitcher Sam Jackson, who, like I mentioned, has been hitting spots and has been making really, really good pitches as Hidalgo grounds one to short. Arakaki makes a nice play to his left, fires to first, and quickly there's 2 away here in the bottom of the 7th inning. Although he hasn't had too many strikeouts today, he does have 4. He's just generating a lot of soft contact that the Saints, I mean, you can't do anything with soft contact on offense, especially if it's hit right to somebody. McGuire nearly swings at that one. Lays off, 1-0. Takes ball 2 there. Looks like a breaking ball might have missed. There is some action down in the North Park bullpen. And McGuire shoots one into the gap between left and center. And that one bounces off the wall. McGuire's headed for 2. He might round it and think about 3. He decides to stay at second. Great piece of hitting there by John McGuire, as there's now a runner in scoring position for Alex Martinez. If you're Alex Martinez here, you need a base hit. You need a base hit to try and drive McGuire in. 1 run would go a long way here for the Fighting Saints, especially in the confidence department. Gio Pappas looming in the on-deck circle as well. We know what he can do. Martinez fouls one back behind the first base dugout, and it's quickly 0-1. Jackson ahead of this hitter like he has been so many hitters today. And it's really crucial that pitchers get ahead of hitters because it changes up the mindset for the hitters. You go from, super confident to, oh, well, now I'm behind in the count and I got to kind of fight off pitches. As now he's down 0-2 with 2 outs. This is definitely not the spot you wanted to be in. Martinez looking to do something here. Jackson looking to extinguish the flame that is just beginning to burn for the Fighting Saints with McGuire's double. Close pitch there. Martinez takes it for ball 1. Especially in a 2-strike count. Can't be taking pitches like that. The 1-2 to Martinez. Takes ball 2 in the dirt. Bragg fielded that one quickly. McGuire wasn't able to do anything with it on the bases. Jackson comes set. The 2-2 to Martinez. Misses outside. As Martinez has now worked the count full, he's done that in 2 straight at-bats. He's gone from 0-2 to 3-2. Let's hope that the result of this one is a little bit better than the last one. Bring McGuire home to give the Fighting Saints some hope going into the last 2 innings. Ball 4 is taken there. Martinez makes his way to first, and that'll bring up Gio Pappas. As Luke Johnson makes his way to first, or makes his way to the mound, rather. And that'll be all for Sam Jackson on the day. Threw 94 pitches, only gave up 3 hits, walked 2 men, struck out 4. Outstanding performance for Sam Jackson. Everything that you could have asked for in a starting pitcher. He did it all. He did it all. Great performance. And we find out who the next pitcher is, we'll get back to you. But for now, a break. Ethan Condit makes his way to the mound to relieve Sam Jackson, who pitched a masterful game. Didn't give up any runs over 6 2/3 innings, and now they turn to Condit. Try and finish this inning off, and I wouldn't be surprised if they asked him to pitch the 8th too. Condit comes into this game with a 5.59 ERA. He's appeared in 4 games, started one of them, and in 9 2/3 innings pitched, he's given up 6, struck out 7, and walked 13. First pitch to Pappas is a strike. Pappas and the rest of the St. Francis Fighting Saints have not seen Condit yet this game. Pappas 0 for 2 on the day, and the 0-1 from Condit. In the dirt, Bragg makes a nice play. Pappas looking for something in the gap. Something to bring McGuire home and possibly even Martinez. Pappas lays off that one. 2-1 now. Pappas fouls one back towards me. Up in the press box. As it's now 1-2. 2-2. 2-2 to Pappas from Condit. Pappas swings and misses over a slider. Great pitch there from Condit. Saints are silenced once again in the bottom of the 7th. Top of the 8th coming up with Jacob Lim still out there on the mound for the Saints, looking to put up another 0 and hopefully spark the offense. Bobby Bartlett set to lead this inning off for the North Park Vikings, who 2 innings ago put up 3 runs on Eric Maffey, and the Saints have, well, to this point, been unable to bounce back from it. Jacob Blim looking for a shutdown inning here to give the Saints some hope going into the bottom of the 8th inning, as he misses there with ball 1 to Bartlett. Bartlett's 2 for 3 on the day. One of the older players on the roster. Now, when your team leader or one of your leaders on your team does this good, usually the rest of the team follows. And that's been the case today as he swings and misses on that one. 1-2 to Bartlett. There is some activity down in the St. Francis bullpen. As that one misses low. 2-2 to Bobby Bartlett. The two-way left-handed pitcher. Wonder if we'll see him at some point today as he fouls one towards the St. Francis dugout. Two and two to Bartlett from Blim. Bartlett cracks one in the air to right field. Pappas underneath it and brings that one in. Just like that, there's one away with Nathan Sommerfeld. Realized I was saying his name wrong the entire time. It's Sommerfeld, not Summerfield. So anyone who's watching related to Nathan Sommerfeld, sorry, I almost did it again right there. He's 2 for 2 on the day. Having a pretty good game himself as he takes strike 1 there on the inside part of the plate. Started 12 games this year, and if he can play games like this, he won't ever lead the lineup as he cracks one to left field, and it falls in front of Jake Vera. His great day continues as Nathan Sommerfeld is now 3 for 3 on the day. He is seeing these St. Francis pitchers extremely well. And now Rylan Kawakami comes up, one of 2 Honolulu natives for the North Park Vikings, as he faces Jacob Blim for his first time. This first hit of the day given up by Jacob Blim. Throw over there. Safe. That's Blim's going to come set and deliver the first pitch to Yawakami. Yawakami slaps that one to left. Vera thought about making a play, and the ball did fall in front of Vera, so another base hit for the Vikings with only 1 out here. They're already threatening runners on first and second, 1 in scoring position, with Garrett Bragg coming up. Bragg's had a nice day behind the plate. Not so much at the plate. 0 for 3. He does have an RBI, however, with Jim Zay in the on-deck circle, who drove in the third of 3 runs, and he hits Garrett Bragg. Bases are now loaded with Jim Zay coming up. This could be another disastrous inning for the Saints. Can't afford to give up any more runs. You're hoping for a double play here. Doesn't matter how you get it, you're just hoping for one. Like I mentioned, Zay 1 for 1. He scored the third of the 3 runs that were scored as he skies that one to right, pretty deep. Pappas makes the catch, and he's going to have a play. Meliska cuts it off. Run does score. Runner advances to third. Jim Zay has his second RBI of the day. As the Vikings now lead the Saints by a score of 4-0. Saints being out hit 11-3 today. DeVito singles in the right, and another run comes home to score. 5-0 North Park on Alex DeVito's first base hit of the day. Driving in one with the top of the lineup now due up. Martinez, who's 2 for 4, followed by Ray Sarakaki, who's struggled at the plate thus far today. Blim fires the first pitch of the at-bat. Inside for a strike. Martinez down 0-1. DeVito needed that one as well. Like I said, he came into this game hitting 133 on the season. It's got to feel good for him to drive in a run here today as Martinez skies one towards the first base dugout. It will end up in the stands when it does come down. And the count will be 0-2. Carlos Martinez, this is not the former starter for the St. Louis Cardinals. This is the former Rock Valley Community College utility player / right-handed pitcher as he grounds one towards the hole between first and second. One run will come around to score, and the North Park Vikings have torn this game wide open. Six to nothing now, as McGuire was covering second, so there was no one over there besides Maliska, and that's a lot of ground to cover with only one guy. Proves to be a really, really tough task there. North Park scores its 6th run in the last 2 innings. 3 innings, my apologies. That'll bring up Reese Arakaki. Arakaki grounds one to first. Maliska, nice play by the freshman as he ends the bleeding here in the top of the 8th. Saints look to put some kind of offense together to at least cut this lead down to 4. They need to get something done, and we'll see if they can do it. Due up in the bottom of the 8th inning, Jake Murda, followed by Jake Vera, and then Max Montgomery. Saints try to score, coming up next. Jake Murda set to lead this one off here. As Condit's back out there for his 2nd inning of work as he misses to Murda there. Ball 1. Saints just need to get something going here. They need to get Murda on base to get the leadoff guy on and then just let the rest of the order take care of it. They have the talent to do it on the offensive side of the baseball. And Murda there grounds one. Tough play by Arakaki, and he makes it. Another Gold Glove caliber play by Reese Arakaki, who, I mean, we've been accustomed to that this entire game. Great play. Rolling to his left, having to field the ball one, and then turn his body and fire it to first to get the runner in time is a feat that is easier said than done, and Arakaki's made it look easy so far today, as Jake Vera's already down 0-1 to Ethan Condit. Kicks and delivers to Vera. Just a bit outside there. To Vera, who's 1 for 3 on the day. He's got one of the St. Francis Fighting Saints' 3 hits. It's been a rough day at the plate for Mihalik's lineup so far. Looking to hopefully put something together as Vera swings and misses at that one. And he's quickly down 1-2. Max Montgomery, one of the 3 freshmen out of St. Lawrence High School, as Condit gets Vera swinging. And just like that, there are 2 away here. Pitching has been the story of success today for the North Park Vikings. These guys just know how to get people out, and that's exactly what you ask for from your pitchers. As Max Montgomery steps up for his first appearance of the day. Montgomery on the season hitting .214. He started in 13 games, appeared in 21. He's driven in 4. He's slugging .238 with an on base of .292. He has stolen a base as well. He struck out 9 times this season. He's walked 4. Like I mentioned earlier, one of the 3 freshmen from St. Lawrence High School near Chicago. As Condit fires strike 2 in there. Another batter down in the count so far. See if Montgomery can change the narrative a little bit. Get on base here. The 0-2 from Condit. Great slider there, misses just a bit low. Slider had the movement of a frisbee right there, and well, if you ask any pitcher what kind of movement they'd want on a slider, it'd be that movement right there. Very tough pitch to hit when you're a batter. Throws it again, goes back to it, and it's popped up towards the first base side. Great play by Bobby Bartlett, who had to range back towards right field. He nearly hit the pitcher's mound over by the bullpen. That's only about 80 feet away from the fence. Great play by Bartlett. The Fighting Saints once again are shut down on the offensive side of the ball. As a new pitcher comes in for Brian Mihalik's group, and I'll get you with some more information after we return from this break. Jacob Blim's day has come to an end as Matt Lopez is now towing the rubber for the Fighting Saints as they try to silence the Vikings, which is something that they have not been doing a very good job of these last 3 innings, as the first pitch from Lopez hits Justin Swanson. Swanson's already aboard with nobody out. First pitch of the inning for Lopez. First pitch from Lopez hits Swanson in the elbow. And that'll bring up a pinch hitter. Ryan Moritsugu is now getting a chance to hit here against Matt Lopez. Moritsugu has played in 5 games this year. He's had 6 at-bats, hasn't found a hit yet. Looking to change that here, however, as he fouls one back towards the third base dugout. Lopez kicks and delivers. Strike taken by Moritsugu. Moritsugu, also from Honolulu, Hawaii, as he grounds one to first. Meliska fires to second. Hidalgo has no play at first. Moritsugu, there are actually 3 players from Hawaii on this roster. It's a fielder's choice there from Meliska. Fired it over to short. Hidalgo had no play at first, however. Lopez was not able to get there in time. I believe we have another pinch hitter in. And when I get a number, I will let you guys know who it is as he throws over to first. Swings and misses at the first one. Ball low from Matt Lopez. I believe it is Kevin Ayeski who's getting the pinch hit appearance with Reese Arakaki behind him. One and two here. Lopez looking to set him down. Kicks and delivers. Misses high. Close pitch there from Lopez, but the count goes to 2-2. Two and two from Lopez. Fouled back. And we'll do the 2-2 again. And he takes off. Lopez steps off. Meliska fires to second. Not in time. Stolen base there for Ryan Moritsugu. There's now a runner on second with one out here. Lopez comes set. Fires towards the plate. Ayaseki swings and misses. Two outs now with Reese Arakaki stepping up to the plate. Looks like there is a pinch hitter now. Ethan Raspolich is getting set to take some hacks here. Ethan Raspolich hitting .250 on the year. He's appeared in 8 games. He started 3 of them. He's got a .250 slugging And his on-base percentage is sitting pretty good at .438 as he fouls one back behind the first base dugout. Raspovich, another one of Luke Johnson's utility players. They seem to have a lot on this roster, but it's worked out pretty well. They're able to pinch hit guys in spots where other teams might not be able to because of the depth, on their bench. Oh, 0-1 to Raspovich is not thrown to the plate. Lopez decides to turn around and make sure that Ryan Moritsugu is staying honest at second base. The 0-1 from Lopez as he kicks and delivers. Taken for a ball. Raspovich looking to drive in that run from second. Lopez misses just a bit outside. Murta tries to frame it. Can't get the ump to bite on it. It's now 2-1 on Raspovich. Swings, hits a ground ball to McGuire at second. McGuire gathers, fires to Meliska at first. And that's the end of the inning. Lopez fires a scoreless inning as we go to the bottom of the ninth, where the Saints are going to try and muster up some runs here. Hopefully make this game a little closer than it is right now. All that coming up after the break. Condit back on for what he hopes to be his second full inning of work. Try and put the Fighting Saints away for good in this game. Fighting Saints have been shut out up to this point. Looking to hopefully put a couple of runs on the board to make this final score look a lot better than it is right now, or a lot better than it does right now, I should say. Maffey and Condit. First pitch is a ball there. Batting order will be Eric Maffey, followed by Nate Meliska, and then Brian Hidalgo. Those are three of the best hitters you'd want in this spot to try and get something going. As Condit misses low there, 2-0 on Maffey. Maffey today is 0 for 3. As he misses another pitch, 3-0 to Maffey. Good hitters count for Maffey here. Misses inside, and a 4-pitch walk for Eric Maffey to start the bottom of the ninth. If you're going to start something, that's a pretty good way to do it. And now Nate Meliska steps up. It's been a rough day for the Fighting Saints, but not for Nate Meliska, who's 1 for 2 on the day. Looking to hopefully move Maffey over and get himself on base for Brian Hidalgo and the rest of Mahalik lineup. Try and score some runs with as he takes ball 1 there. Condit has now delivered 5 straight balls. Maliska takes ball 2. Manager Luke Johnson calls time, takes a walk out to the mound, as does the catcher and the rest of the infield. There is some action in the North Park bullpen. They have a right-hander up and throwing down there. The umpire is going to take a stroll out there and let him know that got to break it up soon, get back to some baseball. Condit remains in the game, likely just to talk to calm him down. 6 straight balls to start off the inning is not good. A talk from Luke Johnson. Hopefully calm him down just a bit. Successful visit from the manager right there as the first pitch he fires after they talked. It's a strike, 2-1 on Nate Maliska. Maliska grounds that one to short. Arakaki tries to turn 2, gets the out at second. And there's one away here. That would have been a really, really tough turn for Arakaki and Swanson. And now Brian Hidalgo's up with a runner on first. 1 out here in the bottom of the 9th inning, and there's been an error on the Sidearm Sports. This is actually Jackson News who's pitching right now. News comes into this this appearance with a 20.25 ERA. He's appeared in 1 game. He's appeared in 1 inning. He gave up 3 earned runs. He struck out 3 and he's walked 3. That one is fouled back by Hidalgo. His second appearance on the young season. The jitters are most definitely still there. But if he can close this one out, it will give North Park their first road win of the season. As Hidalgo grounds one to third, Yawakami fields it cleanly, but it's a foul ball. 0-2. As News looks to put Hidalgo away for good. Maliska gets his lead off first. News kicks and fires. Hidalgo grounds that one to short. Yawakami to Swanson. Swanson cannot get it to first on time. And now McGuire will step up with 2 away in the bottom of the 9th. And a runner on first. First pitch misses for a ball. Been a substitution. Zach Link is now at first base, a 6'5" senior from Ralston Valley in Colorado. One and one from Noose. McGuire takes ball 2. Close pitch there from Noose, but it is ruled a ball just a bit. Close pitch there again from Noose, but it's taken for a ball. 3-1 now to John McGuire. McGuire grounds that one off of his shin. He knocks the leg guard off of his foot. That one's not going to feel good. Umpire takes the walk to the mound. Give McGuire a little bit more time to collect himself. McGuire's good. And we'll do the 3-2 here. Hidalgo on first. McGuire. Ball 4. And the Saints now have 2 runners on base, with Alex Martinez due up now. Martinez 0 for 2 on the day as he takes strike 1 from Noose. The 0-1 from Noose to Martinez. Great defensive play there by Bragg. Not letting that ball go to the backstop, which would have surely put McGuire at second and Hidalgo to third. It's 1-1 now to Alex Martinez. Noose looking to put this game away as he hits the outside corner for strike 2 there. 1-2 to Alex Martinez. North Park looking for its first victory on the road of the season. Noose kicks and fires. Swing and a miss. Alex Martinez goes down swinging, and the North Park Vikings have won this game 6-0 on the heels of great pitching. In what proved to be a rough game for the Saints offensively, they just could not do anything against North Park's pitching, which was led by Sam Jackson. Sam Jackson led the North Park Vikings through the first 6 innings of the game, throwing 6 scoreless, striking out 4. Jacob Jerka and Cody Knoll were the 2 pitchers to throw the first 6 scoreless innings, or the first 5 scoreless innings, I should say. And then Eric Maffey came in the top of the 6th, and North Park was able to take advantage of the pitcher that had not thrown too many innings this year. They scored 3 in the top of the 6th, and then again in the top of the 8th off of Jacob Blim. Saints go down 6-0 here today. Saints got out hit 13-3. North Park did have an error. North Park left 9 runners on base. USF left 6 on base. USF, although they walked 4 times, were not able to do anything with it. They struck out 7 times. Each team had a stolen base. Sam Jackson was the story of this one, as I said. Throwing 6 2/3 innings, striking out 4, walking 2, only allowing 3 hits. Didn't give up any runs. Ethan Condit then relieved him for an inning and a third, struck out 2, and then Jackson Noose shut the door, throwing the 9th inning, striking out 1 while walking 2. Carlos Martinez goes 3 for 5. Justin Swanson goes 1 for 4. Bobby Bartlett goes 2 for 5. Carlos Martinez, by the way, did have an RBI. Rylan Kawakami, my apologies, goes 2 for 3 with an RBI. Garrett Bragg goes 0 for 3 with an RBI. And then Jim Zay, the surprise, goes 1 for 1 with 2 RBIs. Alex DeVito goes 1 for 3 with 2 RBIs. Breakdown of the Fighting Saints, Jake Vera goes 1 for 4. Nate Maliska goes 1 for 3. And John McGuire goes 1 for 3 with the double. Pitching for the Fighting Saints, Jacob Jerka started the game. Through 2 innings, gave up 2 hits, no runs. Cody Knoll pitched 3 innings, gave up 3 hits, no runs. Eric Maffey pitched 1 inning, gave up 3 runs, gave up 4 hits. And then Jacob Blim, through 2 innings, gave up 4 hits and 3 earned runs. Story of this one was pitching for the North Park Vikings. And, I mean, they silenced a lineup for the Fighting Saints that's really known for its bats. You saw Fighting Saints had a couple of players hitting over 300, so it was kind of shocking to see them go down the way that they did. But nonetheless, they have a chance to bounce back tomorrow when they take on Calumet College of St. Joseph in a doubleheader for CCAC play, which will be, I believe, the third CCAC play of the season so far for the Saints. Saints dropped to 7-18. North Park improves to 5-12. Tune in tomorrow at noon for the start of the doubleheader against Calumet College of St. Joseph. I'm Jake DiLorenzo. Hope you guys have a great rest of your night.